I'm Tando. My name is Tando. I am 28. I am the owner and the voice of Cosmic Spark. Cosmic Spark is an idea that came to me in 2024, hence the name Cosmic Spark 24. Also, Cosmic Spark was already taken. And essentially, I just want to build a community of people that have similar interests to me, especially in the realms of tarot and astrology. So I aim to give you some pick a card readings, some collective readings. We can have talks about all things spiritual, tarot, and astrology. I already have a blog called cosmicspark.blog, which I will link down below if you want to have a look and have a read. I've started posting about things that I know, things that I've researched, especially for any of the beginners trying to find their way through the murky world of spirituality. Where do you start? Where do you go? So much information. Everything that I know is a collection of study of at least a decade. So I know it's a long journey, and I think it's an exciting journey that has no particular end. And I want to help facilitate encouraging people to start this journey because I want to be the friend. Well, I was going to say that I never had, but if I say that, my best friend will kill me because I did. I was lucky enough to have one friend who I could talk to about this spiritual journey. But I think anyone who goes through a spiritual journey knows that it's a dark and lonely journey. It's not all fairy tales and rainbows, even though I do like to dress up and I like to look good and make it more exciting. But I am a Libra, so if I don't dress up and try and make a thing of it, then I won't enjoy it. I am also a Leo Venus, so I'm going to be in your face with my expression. Anyway, enough about me. We will have plenty of time to catch up, but for now, let's get into the reading.
All right. Let's pick our pile. In pile 1, we've got Unakite, which is the green-red jasper. Second pile, we've got Citrine. And in the last pile, we have Angelite Crystal. I don't know if that's actually the right names because it's been a while, but just pick your pile. Bye.
Hello. If you picked the first crystal, Unakite, then this is going to be your 2025. Alrighty. I always like to start off with my Lenormands. I have about 20 decks, but most of them are in storage. So I have 3 decks I'll be using. Maybe. Thank you. I don't like to do my prayers out loud because I think it's none of your business, not I mean? I promise I am just praying to access the high realms. What is your 2025? Pile 1. Oh, child. Okay, what am I feeling? I have a particular way I like to read, which is a little bit different to other people. What's coming up for pile 1? Please and thank you. Oh, I don't know if I should read these in reverse or not. Let me see how it goes. Oh, okay. I was holding the deck upside down. This happens quite a lot. That's so funny. I don't know if I want to keep this long-winded card draw aspect of it in the long term, but I guess I'll try a bit of both and see how we go, what people like. Do you like short and to the point? Okay, and then I like to do a little one more just to build a little story. Picture. Another set of upside down cards. Pile 1. the main overall overarching theme of your 2025 is secrets and intimacy. Now let's see what I'm getting here. Pie one, I feel like you've grown. Life has not been kind always. You are, from what I can see, a sweet person, a lovely person, but because people have tried you, because people thought you were the one, you are now at this stage of presenting as the Queen of Swords. So in 2025, you are going to be coming across as a little bitchy, but a little bitchy to those that try you. So if anyone thinks that, they either don't know you or they thought you were the one and you weren't. So that's how you're coming across. And to clarify that, I have the anchor. So this aspect of you is here to stay. What I love about this card, is this little crab who's holding a flower. He's got this little stern expression, and it's so funny because this crab kind of presents how I see Cancerians. It's neither here nor there, but it's the way that like he's gripping his little flower, right behind the anchor. He's like, I'm not going anywhere. I just love that. Okay, now if you're already in a relationship, let's start with you. If you're in a relationship, I am seeing some of you a proposal, and therein lies the secrecy that is underpinning the reading. Because generally people like a proposal to be a surprise, and so there may be times, coming up to the proposal in which someone just seems a little shady, or like, oh my god, I'm working late again, and you're like, oh my god, I just want to be with you. Where are you? What are you doing? Where are you going? I'm kind of seeing that energy. If you're in what you consider to be a healthy relationship, if you know that you feel safe and this person is the one for you, that true twin energy, if that's your belief system. It doesn't have to mean twin flames. I just mean it in the sense of like you're one. Then there's nothing to worry about. You will notice some things that are a little bit off. But if you trust your person, then you know that everything's going to come to light. Or you can just ask them. You can ask them, and they'll have to find a way to put you off the scent. And they'll have to, if they are the person for you, I feel like they will. I feel like they will make you feel calm about it, without ruining the whole situation. So I'm definitely seeing someone in a relationship feeling like this addicted energy, like I am so in love with you, like, and I think that's why you would notice if your person isn't coming home on time or isn't answering your texts on time, because you are like this for this person. Um, for the singles, yes, let's do that. If you're single, then in 2025, I feel like in line with your growth as a person and your soul journey, yes, you are having to be a little bit tougher with people and you have to be cutting and you're taking no prisoners whatsoever. But I feel like it's not just this one thing, but this as well as all the other things that you've been doing that like slowly have you climb the rung and climb the ladder, towards your highest purpose or self-actualization or whatever. I feel like your reward is having a lover. Now, I didn't show you these cards, but the reason I was talking about marriage, proposal, and addictions, we've got the lovers, we've got the devil, and we've got the ring in the Normans. That's self explanatory. If you know, you know. Okay, let me see here. I feel like whatever relationships we're engaging with this year, for those in one and for those not in one, these relationships are supposed to be very deep, and they're supposed to be mirrors into your own soul, into your own behavior. If you are someone that is awakened, or if you're someone that's on that journey, or someone who cares about self improvement, becoming your bigger, better self, then you're going to love this, and you're going to pick up the cues from the universe, and you're going to take all the lessons and grow with it in like a flow. I feel like the lovers that you're going to be encountering in 2025 are going to be deep. These are people that you have had a past life with. Um, these are people that you have the utmost respect for. These are people that make you feel like home, but also make you feel uncomfortable. And that discomfort is the mirror aspect. It's you seeing those bits in yourself that, you know, we all have those bits. I know I certainly do, especially in relationships. That's when that shit shows up, and I'm like, who the fuck is she? No. Um, for some of you, I feel, especially for the ones that are happy in a relationship, or the ones I feel for some of you singles, you will definitely be getting in a relationship. And I see it being karmic justice for you. And I mean it exactly in the sense of whatever you've done up until now, especially because 2025 is a 9 year, you know what you've done, and you should know what's coming. And if you don't, if I can just check in with yourself for a second, do a meditation or something, speak to your spiritual team, ask for signs, ask, whatever, because you should know. You should feel it energetically anyway, based on your trajectory thus far in your journey. But largely, I am feeling that this reading is really positive. So I don't see this being negative karmic justice. I see this being your relationships have been dissatisfying. People have taken advantage of you. People thought that your kindness was a sign of weakness. And then this person comes in, and this person is like so sweet. And we're going to get some more information on the person. This person is going to be so sweet and addictive, hot, someone you can trust, a true counterpart. And as such, I see you melting, melting into love, melting into the feelings of romance. And I see you letting go. I see you letting go of old hurts. This is the grief card. I see you letting go of old hurts as you come into emotions. I feel like I see you really, like, I see a person setting down their armor and just going, fuck, like I've been riding through all the forests, through the rivers, in caves, up mountains, trying to find you. And now I found this place in my life that I hoped for, dreamed for, manifested, asked for, prayed for, cried for. And you finally going, and you just offloading all of this shit, and then just going, this is my cup. Will you take it? And leaning into it and enjoying the romance. Okay, let's get some characteristics about you and your lover and your relationship. I don't know if I want to keep these. No, that's not. Can you tell me a little bit about pile one, hence their person for 2025? Please and thank you. Feminine energy on the left, masculine on the right. Thank you. Now, the feminine and masculine is not really sex dependent. So you just take what resonates and leave what does not. Isn't that what they say? That's funny. The masculine signifier came up in the masculine side of the reading, which is funny to me. Okay, what are you like, pile one? Pile one, I see you as someone who maybe prior to this reading, prior to us meeting as we are now, you were someone who wasn't quite sure where you were going, what you were doing, um, what was your career, how were you handling life, like you were just kind of living through it. But now you kind of live very much with purpose. Everything that you do is intentional. You know exactly where all your money goes and why it goes there. You are king of your estate. You're someone who's conscious, especially in the ways of how you live and your finances. You have become more conscious in terms of your, I guess, your journey as a soul and as a person, and you're coming more and more into your power. You have seriously been cutting people off left, right, and center. And as you know, in 2025, you will be the Queen of Swords. You will be talking shit. Well, maybe not talking shit, but you'll be cutting people down with your words. And I feel like some of you, that's already begun. Some of you, you can feel it coming. You can feel the urge. You can feel that you want to communicate some of the things that people have been doing that have irked you for years. Maybe I know. And but I see you as someone who struggles to rest. I think you might be like a really like a go-getter. Like you're just like bah, 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 bah. You know, you're at work and then you're doing that and then you're doing that. And you're kind of someone who doesn't really know how to sit down. And maybe that's because you now know what you're doing. And so now you've got this like vigor and energy to get what you know you deserve or what you know that you need or what you know that you want. That's you, or it could be the other person, I assume. I guess this is just the feminine. I think I just assume most of the time that mostly women watch these readings, but we will see how the demographics go. So this could be you or your person, I should say. And then the other person, or you, is coming through as actually, this is definitely you. Definitely you, whether you're masculine or feminine. And then this is the other person. Okay, so the other person is coming through as someone who really, really cares about the home and family. This is someone who, for some of you, for the singles who are yet to meet their person, this person is currently with someone else, and they're yet to end that relationship. This is someone who's a bit soft natured, very empathetic. I feel like I haven't gotten too many characteristics though, so I'm just going to ask for a little bit more. Okay, this person is someone who is really hardworking, very protective of everything that they have built, everything that they are, everything that's led them to this place. And I feel like they will be protective over you as well. I feel that they generally, that's just the energy that they bring. They're very creative because we've got here, I'll get better at showing the cards, but we've got the Four of Wands and then we've got the Seven of Wands. So we've got creativity here. Here we go, the Chariot. I feel like the combination of the Chariot and the Seven of Wands is also giving me a worker. This is also someone who is very goal oriented, especially with the Chariot. Someone who knows where they're going and is going full speed ahead and is going to conquer and knows that they're going to conquer. And that's really beautiful. This is the archetype of the other person. King of Cups could be masculine or feminine in real life, but King of Cups to me is he is emotional, empathetic, old, wise, sexy, emotional, maybe a little manipulative. And last but not least, we have the Star. I feel like your person pile one is someone who is super popular. I feel like this is someone who they might not have the most personable personality. Like they kind of strike me as what's the word? An acquired taste, or at least someone who's easily misunderstood, because you kind of have to get to know them or speak to them to realize that how they come across in the first instance is not, how they are. And yet at the same time, they are always swarmed with people. People know their name, people want to be associated with them. So that's how you'll know. That's how you know that this is your person. Let's get a little bit into this relationship that they're in. Um, what's the state of this relationship for pile two's person? Okay. State of the relationship at the moment is, I feel like the two people, your person, I feel like your person and the person they're with presently are currently, I feel like they're partying it up, but not in the sense of like strictly we're having a good time, but in the sense of like trying to pretend like our relationship is still working kind of situation when it clearly isn't. Um, and in between them, so we have the male signifier, the female signifier, and in between them we have the moon. And I feel like that speaks to so many things that have occurred between them that aren't always like easily recognizable, easily on the surface. You could easily draw from, but could if took the time to do some journaling, shadow work, any of that sort of stuff. I feel like they have not been great communicators in the context of their relationship, and so they have all these simmering resentments and times that they've made each other not feel like the other was there for them, like they haven't fully supported each other, but they've taken turns doing the same thing to each other at the same time. And Five of Pentacles, yeah, I just feel like their general foundation wasn't on good grounds anyway. Sorry about that, my little light went off. That's a little bit better, a little bit. Yeah, they weren't on good foundations anyway, and it's like it honestly hasn't even taken much for them to reach this point. I think it was really just like after the honeymoon phase, that's when the veil lifted, and it's like, what on earth is this? And the energy in between you and your person, because we're just going to leave that alone, that's going to rectify itself because you guys got so many major arcanas when it comes to your love life that for the singles, this person is still coming to you anyway. For those in a relationship, those characteristics that I've said for both sides would be you and your person. So that's how you know that it's you. And then the energy in between you and your lover for 2025 is the Knight of Air. This is from the Manara Tarot deck. I sometimes mix up the Manara and the Raphaelite Tarot, like when I'm shuffling, and so you'll kind of find, anyway, it doesn't really matter. I have a Virgo Mercury. I hope that helps. So yes, Knave of Air. I feel like that speaks to like this like carefree energy, this excitement, like big excitement, this like enjoyment of communication between the two of you. I feel like there's some sort of connection between you and your person and some sort of establishment. So this could be like you met them at work. This could be like you met them at your local gym that you go to all the time, like a building that you go to all the time, whatever that is for you. And I feel like the energy between you guys is like you guys give each other butterflies. Normally, this card gives me like nerves, not in a good way. But in this reading, it's giving like giving butterflies. And yeah, the energy in between you is that of like a union that is beyond time, a union that is beyond this time and space and place, and probably involves your families, the higher realms. You guys are probably together in the astral realm before you solidify it in the physical. Now, before we close up, let's get some advice for how to navigate the people that you're cutting off your love life. just to round it all out. Can't believe it's been 27 minutes already. Now I see why readers do hours and hours and hours of readings. Anyway, for their pick cards, Angels, Ancestors, Spirit, what is the advice for my pile 1 for how they should be handling their 2025? Just want less cards, please. What is the advice moving forward for my pile 1? Okay, full kit. Advice moving forward. Allow yourself the time and space to go on an emotional journey, especially surrounding your wounds to do with other people in friendships and in relationships. So allow yourself the time, sacred solitude, as I like to call it, to really get to understand who you are now, what that means for how you will act, what are the consequences for people disrespecting this new year, etc. This one, I see it as continue to protect the things that are most important to you. For example, I am going to be starting this channel, and just for my own protection, and because I know that I have had imposter syndrome before, and that I've second guessed myself when other people have known my plans, I'm just not going to necessarily say anything just yet. So I feel like that kind of energy makes sense for you as well. I feel like this is saying two things. I feel like it's saying both lean in to romance and offer and accept. If you hear my brother in the background, I'm so sorry. But anyway, lean into romance, but also allow yourself, when you get an offer that feels intrinsically in your soul, in your intuition, in your bone of bones, like this is a good offer, consult if you need to, consult with your ancestors if you need to, but if you feel like it's right, allow yourself the room to accept romance into your life. And 9 of Cups, I think just enjoy the blessings that are coming to you for 2025. 2025 is a karmic year. Some people are getting blessed, some people are not. Everyone's getting tested, but for you, blessings are coming, and when those blessings come, you need to be grateful and appreciative so that more blessings can come your way. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that reading, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye. Hello, Pal 2. If you've chosen the citrine, then this is going to be your reading. So let's start off with my Lenormands as per usual. I wish more tarot readers use Lenormands in their picker cards, or just in general, just because I just love watching different people's interpretations. I don't know. Let me reshuffle, because I kind of feel like, is that not the energy of pile 1? Let's try again. If it's meant to be, honestly, it'll just come through anyway. That's what normally happens. So, pile 2, what is your energy for 2025? Angels, Ancestor Spirit. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, that's better. Now, this deck, the Manara Tarot that I want to use, is a little sexually explicit, so let's see what we can do. Okay, what's coming up for my pile 2 in 2025? Okay, and then just some clarifiers to weave the story together. I like to read in my own little way. Okay, the overarching theme for you, pile 2, is is business and financial success, which is a fantastic start. I see 25 2025 being for you a year of going beyond the limits of what you have before. I see you shining, standing out. See you being a star. No, the star. Just like pile one, and I guess this card did want to come out because that's one of the cards I put back and shuffled, but the side. So I see you cutting away everything that's not in line with this new you. You've got places to be, you've got people to see, you've got fucking papers to sign. You don't have time to carry dead weight. And so, just like pile one, and maybe this pile is also, maybe pile one is relevant for you as well. But yeah, you're standing on business about who you are, where you're going, and that requires you removing some things from your path. Pile one, you are coming across in this like big, bad, bossy energy. And then we've got here the whip. Okay. Oh, the whip and the 5 of Wands together. Okay. So, in the way that I read this section of the reading, we've got the Emperor, the 5 of Wands, and then the whip beneath it, sort of weaving a little story together. And what it's telling me is I feel like you're going to have to watch out for your temper. I think you have to watch out for your temper in 2025. I think you might come across a little combative and you might be really ready to fight anyone, anytime, anywhere. And I'm not saying that you're going out of your way to fight people, but I'm saying that you also aren't taking every opportunity that you can to not escalate something in a fight. You're kind of automatically on the offense. And I feel like that is not good. And I feel like the whip here is kind of like telling me that your aggression and you're fighting with people and this like offensive energy is one, working against you, and two, it's like, how do I say it? It's this form of self sabotage. So if you want, I mean, I feel like you'll largely get this anyway, you will still be successful. But if you want to come out on the other end of this success with less bridges burnt and maybe feeling better about yourself on like a holistic sense and not just like I've achieved the money or I've achieved whatever the goal is, then I advise that you watch that, please. Okay, this could be you or this could be someone else coming through in the reading. I've got the mirror. I don't know if the mirror has an equivalent in the tarot because I'm pretty sure the artist of the Manara kind of took some artistic license here and there. So this could be, I can see you fighting in particular with a woman. I can try and get some more information as to your relationship with this woman. But for now, it's either you're fighting with a woman or you're the woman who's doing the fighting. But yes, once again, there's just like this element with the mirror that, like, when you see this in yourself, when you're noticing this aggression, I don't know if I like actually showed you this card before without censoring it, but if you're finding yourself being aggressive, I need you to just take a step back and think about if there's anything that you could have done differently. And if you're finding that you're fighting with a particular person, then what can you do about that? Can you cut that person out? And also maybe even asking yourself if you're projecting or if they trigger you in some way. These are the important things. These are the important questions one must ask. Okay, let's get some more information as to your relationship with this woman. Let me do this deck. What is the relationship? This one, this in the case that it's a person that you're fighting with, how you would know it's them is this is someone who like acts like they're too cool for school. You know, they think whatever you're into is boring and or it's like old or uninteresting or whatever. Like that's the energy that they give. They kind of have this like either always looking bored or always looking unimpressed expression on. Eight of Wands, this is someone who's like really quick with communicating. They're really quick when they talk. They're really quick with how quickly they respond to things. And I feel like there's something in that quickness that can also help escalate a fight. And if this isn't another person, then you know it's you because it sounds like you. And then this other person could be a Libra because of the Justice card. Or this could be someone that's like balanced in some way. So it could be like they're really artistic, but they're quite intellectual at the same time. They could be someone who's just interested in like some sort of like dichotomy where they're, you know, kind of standing in the grey between the black and the white. I know that's like a really abstract thing to say, but it's just like, it's just what I'm getting. Someone who's logical and not too emotional, but also balanced, even though they're a bitch. Okay, moving on. What else is coming for you for 2025? There's definitely a theme. These cards are just about identical. This is the Tarot, and this is the Lenormand card. And I need to charge my phone. That's what I need to do.
So the rest of this has to be done without a microphone because I've already... It's been a day. To be fair, we are in the Mercury retrograde shadow period, so I guess I should have expected it. Anyway, long story short, there's a bit of a theme for you, pal, too, in 2025 to do with your hopes and dreams and wishes and achieving them. And I'm not seeing anything here that states that you're not going to achieve them. Let me see what are these hopes and wishes that you may be wanting to attain, because we've got business success here that is coming, that is the major theme of your year, so you're going to be working hard towards business success. Okay, we have, I feel like you have in the past struggled with feeling in control of things. It always felt like life was happening to you and not like you were in control of where it was going. And so I feel like this is one of the things that you have been wanting for yourself, is to feel greater freedom from a greater place of like confidence, that strong solar plexus energy. And so I feel like that's one of the things that you're going to be working towards this year. I feel like in the past you struggled to make decisions, maybe about which business venture you wanted to do, what career you wanted to pursue, where you wanted to go. And I feel like this year everything begins to become clearer, and so it makes it easier for you to achieve your hopes and dreams, because it's like before now your dreams were kind of like just felt fanciful because you weren't seeing it materialize. But I'm promising you that 2025, according to this reading, this is obviously general, keep that in mind, but if this is meant for you, then I promise you that you will just be in your power in 2025. If you haven't felt everything come together at the end of 2024, kind of like what happened with me, then that's going to be coming in this year for you as well. And I feel like if you had any hopes and dreams about, I'm seeing this twofold, any hopes and dreams about a relationship with your mother and how you wanted that to proceed, I feel like that's something that will come up for you this year. And if that's not it, I feel like if you've wanted to be more nurturing with yourself, more about your self-care, more about your needs, your wants, and all that sort of stuff, I feel like that's a hope and a wish that you're going to fulfill for yourself in 2025. So, to confirm, you're a badass motherfucker, okay? Go easy on some people. I know they deserve it. Some of them, just give them a break, okay? Not everyone wants to fight 24/7, but please nurture yourself. Take care of yourself in 2025. Work hard. I feel like, you know, when things become clearer, it's so easy to work hard when you know what you're going towards. It's hard to work hard when you're just kind of feeling like an untethered fucking free radical or something, you know? Let me ask, what advice is for you though from Spirit for 2025? Ancestor Spirit. What's the advice for pile 2 for 2025? Anything else? Any other advice for pile 2 in 2025? Okay. The advice is just to take a rest. I'm sensing a theme of like think before you speak kind of energy. Like really take the time to think and or to evaluate and really like see what's happening in the surroundings before you take any action or come to any conclusions. Travel. Do something for yourself that involves travel. If you've always wanted to do a day trip somewhere, if you've always wanted to, if there was a country that was on your list of things, I feel like this would be a good year for you to try and push it through and make it happen. But if this isn't physical travel, it could just be you going on a mental journey, you know, helping a mental journey of like mapping yourself out and really coming to understand yourself, how you affect people, who triggers you, what triggers you, all of that sort of stuff. And I feel like go boldly and with vigor into whatever goals, dreams, and aspirations that you have, as we've already discussed. Oh Jesus, honestly, I'm like, am I a professional or what? Go boldly and strongly into 2025 and into all of your hopes and wishes, and just know that whatever is meant for you will come to you, no matter what. Okay? Love you. Hope you enjoyed. Bye. Hello, pile 3. If you picked this angelite crystal, I can't remember if this is angelite or blue lace agate. I'm pretty sure based on the photos it looks like angelite to me. But if you picked that crystal, then this is your reading. Let's look at your overall energy for 2025. Angels, Ancestor, Spirit. Please give me the overall energies for 2025 for my pile 3. Thank you. Okay, we've done it again. Oh, okay, we've done it again. That's going to be such a niche thing to say. Anyway, the theme of your reading is going to be parents or authority figures. So this could be your parent, this could be a relationship with your parent, or this could be an authority figure, but we will see how it all kind of ties in with the rest of the cards. Okay, don't know what that was. And we're just going to keep going because I've decided that today is the day. Nothing's going to stop me. Hopefully over time it'll get less and less chaotic. I am naturally chaotic anyway, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's get into it. Pile 3. So you are coming across in 2025 as the 9 of Pentacles, or the 9 of Earth in the Monaro Tarot. I really love this deck, even though it is one I'll have to censor for YouTube purposes. But yeah, you're coming through as the 9 of Earth, and you're coming through that way because you have used your cunning, you have used your smarts, you have used every trick in the book to get yourself to be at a place of comfortability with yourself, of abundance, and of just feeling like stable and like stable, comfortable, a little indulgent, do you know what I mean? And then in 2025, I'm also seeing a bit of romance. Now, I'm seeing you attend a party and find someone that you want to engage in romance with. This definitely feels like a single person reading. So if you're not single, I am not getting the energies that you're in a relationship. Maybe there'll be something else in this reading for you. But for my single guys and gals, these guys, girls, gays, these. I was trying to find like a nice, cute, like catchy way to include everyone, but whatever. yeah, so I see you going to a party, meeting someone, and feeling really satisfied. It's something that you're going to talk about a lot afterwards because it's going to be quite significant, and I feel like you're going to be doing everything in your power to like try and see how far you can push this. So let me see what I can get about you versus the other person. So I'm going to have you on the left and the other person on the right. No. And can you tell me what 3 characteristics are, as well as the characteristics of the other person, please and thank you. Okay. Okay. Pile 3, you strike me as psychic or highly intuitive. You're a passionate person, but you're also a little bit traditional. You're someone who values doing things the right way, especially, I feel like largely, just in general. If that feels like that's you, then that applies. I don't have to explain that any further. And the person in question, the one that you'll be meeting, how you'll know it's them is this is someone who very likely a water sign, and very likely some sort of multiple, maybe some sort of stellium water sign situation going on. But if they're not, they definitely give the energy of someone who's emotionally available, emotionally mature. This is someone who's been through it though, and if you get to talking to them, you might get the signs that they've been on like a big emotional journey based on whatever disappointments that they had in their last relationship, and it's been a day. And where was I? So he's been in a relationship, but something about that kind of left him smarting, you know, kind of left him licking his wounds, and so I feel like that's where you'll find him when you meet him, you know. The energy between you is one of 10 of Pentacles or 10 of Earth in this deck, and that is like, you can't get any better than that. That is just a feeling of like family, a feeling of home, a feeling of like true comfortability, authenticity, not needing to be anything other than yourself. I feel like what you both share in common is like you're both kind of lone wolves in a sense, and even if one of you is maybe more popular than the other, it's not to say that like it's like largely you walk alone. It's that kind of energy. I definitely resonate with that on like a personal level. And passion, hot. Let's remove a little nip slip here, but like hot passion. Like this is like orgasmic level passion when you're together. Like you guys are just bouncing off the walls when you're talking, and it's just like great fun, and you don't want it to end, and when it's over you're already thinking about the next one and you're planning it, and you just want, I'm getting a little, just thinking about it. Okay, so yeah, this is someone that you are definitely going to be telling anyone with ears about. Let me see what else I can get here about your 2025. Lots of reminiscing about how you got here, and I'm trying to see how it's possible that the person you will be falling for is someone who is considered to be, I guess, an authority to you. So they could just be older than you. They could have like a higher position. You might not be in the same job or the same career, but they might be further along in that sense. Like there's definitely, I feel like that's where the authority is coming from, because I haven't sensed anything else, and it's mainly been romance. I feel like this authority figure, maybe this is Daddy Charmaine, maybe this is Big Daddy Bear energy, Big Bear. Okay, there is a tower here, not to scare you. Let's inquire about the nature of this tower. Some revelation. Sorry for the interruption. Even though I'm filming a little bit later at night, there's still commotion in the household. Anyway, so there's a tower here to do with. Okay. Yeah, okay. So you may experience in 2025 overworking. That's what the tower is about. Here's the tower. Here's the truth, the cold hard truth. Ace of Swords. Two of Pentacles in this deck. And then Seven of Wands. And I love this Seven of Wands. Like, look at that woman squatting on his face. Woman here, there, and yonder. And he's just like suffocated. Like, he's just not even. Is he there? Is he not there? That is the question. But yes, please watch out next year for overwork. We are going to ask actual advice. Apart from that, I know there's some advice, but we're going to genuinely ask for advice. Okay, let's ask for advice for your 2025, and then we can wrap this up. Let's do this deck. What is the advice for my pile 3 for 2025? What is the advice for my pile 3 for 2025? Please and thank you. What's the advice for my pile 3 2025? Wow, 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 wow. Where's that card that flipped? Something flipped. Okay. Anything else for pile 3 for advice? Anything else for pile 3 for advice? Anything else for pile 3 for advice? Okay. I'm getting with this card a little bit unconventional, but I'm getting work-life balance. Work hard, but rest intentionally. Please and thank you. Again, don't take on too many burdens. You're only one person. Your dreams will still be achieved if you take it a little bit slower, you know, one at a time. Just say what needs to be said. Don't beat around the bush. Don't worry about offending anyone. Well, maybe worry a little bit, but like, as long as you're communicating your true, authentic feelings, while also maybe a little, like, as long as you're conveying what you really mean and not communicating in a way that protects other people, but you don't get to fully express yourself. And then finally, and then Chariot. Go forth, go ham, forge ahead. Forge ahead with confidence. Forge ahead knowing that you will achieve what you need to achieve. Have a little fun along the way, you know, enjoy engaging in a bit of fun when it comes to your goal. But also watch out to take the appropriate things seriously and leave the rest. I hope pile 3 you have enjoyed your reading. Thank you and goodbye. Thank you everyone. I hope you have enjoyed this pick a card reading. This is going to be one of many videos. I cannot wait to get to know you guys better. Once again, it's me, Chando, your spiritual godmother.